Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing 2013 Aime I question 8. So first we have the domain of the function f of x equals arcsine of log base m n x is a closed interval of length 1 over 2013, where m and n are positive integers and m is greater than 1. Find the remainder when the smallest possible sum m plus n is divided by 1000. So the first thing here is we want to start from outside and work inwards to get to x. First, for arcsine, we know that the domain of arcsine is -1 to 1. So that means that log m and x is greater than or equal to -1 and less than or equal to 1. And because log is a strictly increasing function, we know that these are just the minimum and maximum. Like this will give us the minimum and maximum of x. So taking both of them, we can solve for x. So with this, we first get m to the power of -1 is equal to nx, which is the same thing as 1 over m. So then x is equal to 1 over mn. Using the second equality, we get m equals nx. So then x is equal to m over n. And so we just found the extreme points for the domain in terms of m and n. And we know that the length is 1 over 2013, so that means when we subtract them, we should get 1 over 2013. So that means m over n minus 1 over mn is equal to 1 over 2013. To make the common denominator, this becomes m squared minus 1 divided by mn equals 1 over 2013. And now we can cross multiply to make this 2013 times m squared minus 1, which is m plus 1 times m minus 1. And then cross multiplying this is equal to mn. Okay, so notice how this is almost like m squared, and the bigger that m gets, the bigger the entire thing gets, and the bigger that n will get. So since we want to minimize m plus n, we actually want to focus on minimizing m first. But looking at the question, we have that m is greater than 1. So what's the smallest possible value that n can be? The smallest possible value is 2. So then we try 2 first. If m equals 2, we get that the left-hand side is 2013 times 3 times 1 is equal to 2 times n. But the problem here is that you can't divide this by 2. It's not divisible by 2, which means n won't be an integer. So this does not work because n must be an integer. So then we move on to the next value, which is 3. And we see that plugging that in, we get 2013 times 4 times 2 is equal to 3 times n. And dividing both sides by 3, this becomes n equals 671 times 4 times 2. And that's an integer, so that works. And this should give us the minimum value. So let's just multiply out to see what n is actually equal to. 671 times 8, that's 5,368, and that's equal to n. And then we found that m is equal to 3. Now we just need to add them and find the remainder. So when we add them, we get 5371, and the remainder when you divide by 1000 is 371. So that's our answer. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.